Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the inventor of the CTKS method that reveals smart money buy and sell levels, BORSOG trading, which helps you to get into sync with the markets, and the CTKS Masterclass, where I seek to transfer my 30 plus years of skills in financial markets and explain the smart money institutional mindset to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining positive excellence in the process. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin is currently down 1.49% to 19,290. Ethereum is down 2.03% to 1310. Some interesting crypto news for today. MasterCard is to help banks offer crypto trading services in partnership with Paxos. And this is all about making it easier for traditional finance institutions to offer cryptocurrency trading by providing regulatory compliance and security. MasterCard has launched a program called CryptoSource that acts as a bridge between Paxos and the banks. Paxos is providing the crypto trading and custody services, whilst MasterCard is integrating these services into the bank's interfaces. MasterCard is the second largest credit company in the world, behind Visa. In other news, Google and Coinbase team up to bring Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge payments to cloud services. From early next year, Google's going to allow a limited number of users to pay for its cloud services using crypto, such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. These allowed customers are already integrated in with Coinbase Commerce, and Coinbase Commerce presently facilitates payments with around 10 cryptos: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Doge, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. In other news, France plans to become the European hub of the crypto ecosystem. France's Minister of Economy and Finance said, "We want to make France the European hub of the crypto asset ecosystem." He's held that position since 2017. Around 8% of the French population hold crypto. What you can see is crypto winter is not bothering smart money. And Walmart is seriously considering making crypto part of how customers transact. Walmart's Global Chief Technology Officer, or CTO, stated that crypto was in the middle of their digital strategy, adding that beyond payments, Walmart is looking into how they could utilize the metaverse in assisting customers in discovering their products. And it's really important to understand that crypto is just the next iteration of the internet, popularly known as Web3. At times like this, it's really good to revisit total crypto market cap. And we can see total crypto market cap is basically range bound between a strong support at 866 billion and a strong resistance at 908 billion. Let's have a look at how the institutional funds are flowing. We can see CoinShares XBT and CoinShares Physical both reducing their weekly funds flows, as well as 21 shares, but ProShares has increased by 18.9 million. Between these 9 categories, there's $25 billion worth of funds under management. And we can see by looking at different countries, the majority of the investment inside crypto this week has been from the US, $19.8 million, with outflows from Sweden and Switzerland. When we look across time, we can see these institutional fund flows have basically just leveled out at current. So where is the money headed? Mainly into Bitcoin, 8.8 million, and out of Ethereum, Ethereum losing nearly 4 million. And you can see the year-to-date flows in Ethereum. Ethereum down 368.7 million. We can also see some elevation in short Bitcoin. I thought this could be really interesting for you. When we look at total crypto market cap, it's currently $886 billion. You can get a kind of an idea how much 886 billion is when you consider that McDonald's market cap is currently 183 billion, Shell about 183 billion as well, Oracle 181, Walt Disney nearly 180. So you can see crypto is incredibly valuable. Let's have a look at how Bitcoin is progressing. Bitcoin is currently $19,264. We can see the Stanfield level, which is a smart money resistance level or a smart money sell level, at 19,645. Has been an area of a lot of rejections in price. When you have these rejections, what price tends to need to do is to come back to a lower level, coil and break through it on volume. However, we have to consider the other possibility that we come down and breach the Armageddon line, which is currently 18,942, and then we witness a sell-off below that support level. As crypto technical analysts, we put the jigsaw puzzle of price together each and every day. We understand how the macro impacts crypto. We understand that Bitcoin cannot escape the stock market's gravity. And we're aware of how Bitcoin's gravity plays out on all your beloved alts. But more important than anything, we're also aware of positive excellence. Positive excellence is the fastest way to get out of panic and conflict. And panic and conflict are retail emotions. Retail emotions will guarantee to lose you money, unfortunately. Smart money emotions are completely different. They're founded on positive excellence. And Zone 3, the patience and rule zone, and Zone 4, mastering fear, or the courage zone, are where people make money and keep it. And it's never a problem to be in Zone 1 or Zone 2. Every single trader and investor goes through all of these zones. Well, hopefully they get up 2, 3, and 4. Positive excellence is all about putting money in its place. Yeah, money, get in your place. Many people think that the correct place for money is on the top of the hill. It's the be-all and end-all of everything. It actually isn't, not even close. Money is an unlimited commodity. You can never have enough. If you want 1,000 or 100, say you want 100, then you want 1,000, then you want 10,000, then 100,000, then 1,000,000, then 10 million, then 100 million, then 1 billion, then 1 trillion. It just keeps on going. There's no upper cap. And one thing that people will never tell you, you'll never be happy, will never tell you in financial markets, you'll never be happy if money is your focus. Success is always a byproduct of doing the right things. It just comes if you do the right things. And positive excellence is all about doing the right things. For example, having inner and outer peace may sound a little bit out there, but it's really, really important. When you're trading and investing, you can't afford to be turbulent. If you are turbulent or in a state of turbulence, you'll make a ton of mistakes. And those mistakes could wipe you out. Also, having integrity and decency, make sure that you keep what you earn. Having kindness and gratitude and happiness brings out the color in each and every day. And having courage is the opposite of having fear. Positive excellence is the fastest way to combat anxiety and depression. It's an absolutely critical thing to have, and that's why in the masterclass, positive excellence comes before the buy and sell techniques. Without positive excellence, people will buy and sell at the wrong times. Having been in financial markets for more than 3 decades and classically trained as a financial analyst, I can tell you this is the most important thing that you will ever do. Understand positive excellence. Another critical thing to do is to think in terms of 3 dimensions. In Zone 1 and Zone 2, people only think in terms of 1 dimension. It's either going up or it's going down. It's probably not going to go flat because that's pretty boring. It's either probably up or down. And they take all of their strategies for the other 2 options that have been omitted from thinking. And then they get bitten by them because the markets are always moving in a wave. That's why each and every day we do our BORSOG code. And in episode 684, that's actually a dedicated episode to how to put a BORSOG code together. Your BORSOG code helps you to think in terms of 3 dimensions. Is the market going down, going neutral, or going up? And you just put a weight towards that in terms of a percentage. And with your entire portfolio, if the market goes the way you think, What do you think will happen to your portfolio? This is a really good way to actually assess if you're correctly hedging your portfolio, because some cryptos actually go up when Bitcoin goes down. It's not many, but they exist. And why do we do this code? Isn't it a lot of work? Yes, it's definitely work, but we know that we control the trade or investment, but the market controls the return. And returns from the market are always based on the amount of active learning you do, your knowledge and your courage, or your knowledge and your positive excellence. Also, we understand that the market penalizes blame and gambling. The more scientific you are, the more profitable you will be. And you can find a deep dive on the BORSOG code in episode 685. When we looked at the heat map of the stock market, it looked pretty green and crypto looked pretty red. So how can Rule 225 apply? Bitcoin cannot escape the stock market's gravity. When we're looking at the combined market capitalization of all cryptos, we can see it's been coming down. And when we look specifically at Bitcoin, we can see a rejection at that 19645 mark and a weakening of trends, getting caught by some trends here, but an overall weakening. One incredibly good thing to understand and to know, Bitcoin and crypto, it's one of the riskiest investment classes out there. Risk and return always go together. That means we need to pay attention to a lot of factors that conform the jigsaw puzzle of where markets are going. And if we look at the S&P 500 over the past period where Bitcoin came down, what are we actually noticing? The risk sentiment in Bitcoin is decreasing, but the risk sentiment inside the market was also decreasing. It's not as if the markets just came up and kept on going up. They blipped up and then went down, and then they're finding resistance. This is not an overall, whoa, it's all on again kind of signal. And what could be happening here? Yields are starting to increase, and Bitcoin is very, very sensitive to yields and also the DXY, because the DXY is sensitive to yields as well. The financial sector did incredibly well, but you can see that it's under a smart money resistance line. These resistance lines and support lines are very, very valuable to you. And you'll learn all about these particular lines in the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass. These are formed through the CTKS method, which is a method that I personally invented. And the CTKS method is derived to find dynamic daily smart money buy and sell levels. One thing that smart money knows, when financials are weak, the whole economic system is weak. And when it strengthens, everything strengthens as well. And if we look at the NASDAQ, we can see the NASDAQ. Look at Bitcoin's gravity as compared to the NASDAQ. This is on a 30-minute chart. And you can see inside the NASDAQ, there was so much resistance that price needed to break through. It just couldn't do it. So it was pulled back to a very strong support level at 10,729. We looked at the NASDAQ on a 15-minute chart. Now look at the S&P 500 on a 15-minute chart. The blue line is Bitcoin's price action. Look at it. It absolutely follows the gravity of the stock market. Therefore, we understand Rule 225. It absolutely definitely applies. Even though the stock market looks like this and crypto looks like this, they're doing exactly the same thing inside the engine. One thing that we note by looking through the markets, and Masterclass students, you'll get my live chart in TM6, we can see the VIX, the fear gauge of the market, has been reducing. And of course, the markets have been rallying on the back of that. We're at a significant juncture. If we see a decrease in fear, the indices and crypto will rally, and your beloved alts can't escape Bitcoin's gravity either, just like Bitcoin cannot escape the stock market's gravity. So that will be fantastic. If the VIX falls, we're looking at a very, very good time throughout all of the markets. But what happens if the VIX starts to spike up? we'd expect another sell-off. The bond market is still looking incredibly unhealthy. It's just selling down, selling down, selling down, selling down. It's decreasing in price. For this to be a legitimate reversal, we'd want to see bond prices starting to come up. Why is that? Because yields are getting way too overheated. We want to see them come down. It's very good that we see the dollar, the DXY, coming down. And that's because there's been so much intervention by central banks all around the world. For example, inside the UK. We've also seen interventions by China, South Korea, Japan, and other countries. It's little wonder the dollar is receding. We can also see that oil is still in a downtrend. It hasn't turned around yet, but junk bonds are signifying more risk appetite entering or re-entering the market. Masterclass students, you'll get my live chart for this one in TM4. What we've seen is some particularly good news. The 10-year and the 5-year break-even inflation rate and the 5-year forward inflation expectation rate have all started to drop, even though the NASDAQ and other major indices came up. This is incredibly positive. We need to see more follow through to substantiate a rally. We know that no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity, not for long anyway. And when we look at the top projects, we can see Ethereum under resistance, but following Bitcoin's gravitational pull. It's interesting to note that Binance Coin, BNB, could be on the verge of turning around. It's actually overcome a level of resistance. It's trying to base now. The key will be 275.80. If we can get above that, that's going to be very, very positive for BNB. We can see that ADA continues to be weak. It's over-exaggerating the negative momentum side of Bitcoin's price action. We can also see that XRP remains weak, and XRP had an incredible run-up. It's just digesting its gains. Solana is still under resistance as well. We do have a very, very minor starting point. This particular peak overcame a level of resistance, and if we can find support down at the current price, we may actually do well on Solana, but it's very, very early days. Doge looks as though it's overcoming resistance. That's quite a good pattern. And then when we look at DOT has remained weak, but it's just following Bitcoin's gravity at the current time. Matic is an absolute breakout. Because these are the top 8 cryptos, they're fairly safe in terms of the cryptocurrency market. If you could pick only one to do your BORSOG trading in, which would it be and why? Please let me know in the comments. And the key is, don't pick 2, just pick 1. Looking at the greatest gainers today, Aave doing really, really well. Uni, you can see that Uni is moving in an opposite direction to Bitcoin's gravity, as is Aave. Let's have a look at Ravencoin, number 3, doing quite well. CRV, also doing well. Synthetics, moving opposite to Bitcoin. These can be hedges for your portfolio, but you need to be careful. For Masterclass students, I suggest you look through LV21, BORSOG Secrets plus New Signal Chart. We saw a couple of days ago that Maker was doing very well. It continues to do so. Nexo, pretty much moving in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity, just eking out a low percentage gain. And it's really interesting to note that Clayton was really literally the greatest loser and has now become one of the greatest gainers. These are just the greatest gainers from right now. If you had to pick one to BORSOG, which one would it be and why? And of course, I don't endorse any specific crypto project. Always do your research. It's really important, and you must know what you're doing as well. But with BORSOG trading, it's very much just like putting coffee money down. So it's very low risk, because you're trying to get into synchronization with the market. Turning to the greatest losers right now, we can see Quant was one of the greatest winners and it's been doing really, really well. Today, takes out the pole position as the greatest loser. This is why it's so critical to understand. The strong become weak and the weak become strong. We can see the second top loser is CVX, just selling down wildly at the moment. USTC just pretty much wiped out all of the gains that were made, and we've seen this before. Just be very, very wary of some of these projects. Always do your own research. And the graph, GRT, continues to look very, very weak, and it's actually breaking underneath support. Not healthy at all. Comp is just in a retracement at the moment. It could find a degree of consolidation around here, but it's just lost a support level, so it could be heading down to 47.11. The critical thing to understand, it's how Bitcoin reacts to everything that will pull these cryptos in Bitcoin's direction. That's why the crypto market is actually a lot easier than the stock market. The stock market has so many moving pieces, but the crypto market is basically Bitcoin. That's why if you're not looking at Bitcoin, you will lose money. It's just an unfortunate thing. And when we look at NEAR lost a support level, sold down. It's currently getting close to losing another support level, but NEAR has been very, very strong in the past. We can see APE with the SEC taking on Yuga Labs. We see that there's a lot of negative price momentum, but APE's is a very, very powerful project, so just be aware of the upside and the downside. And we can see Algo just retracing at the current time. Well done to our beloved global family members for putting in your BORSOG codes. We know that we can control the trade or investment, but it's the market that will control the returns. Through active learning, you'll build your knowledge and also your positive excellence. Positive excellence is vital because it actually creates courage and it destroys fear. Well done, family, on your BORSOG codes. It's just awesome. And it's not about being wrong or right, it's about active learning. And you'll find our global community is a really, really safe place to be. In the comments today, it would be really good to talk about positive excellence. I'd love to know your experience with positive excellence. Has it been helpful? If you're interested in doing the masterclass, there's a CTKS partial masterclass scholarship from myself coming out at the end of this week. Please make sure you use the application link in the description of this video if you're interested in applying. As a way to increase positive excellence and courage inside the markets, we have the CTKS Creed. The CTKS Creed is a series of positive affirmation statements you say to yourself. Those positive affirmations will prime your mind for profitability and also happiness. Let's get into it. I know the universe wants me to succeed. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. I know opportunities in life reset daily. I am worthy. I go slow to go fast. I start small and scale with BORSOG. BORSOG is buy on red, sell on green. That's rule 621. Life pullbacks give me the strength for the next life rally. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the tax software I use and links to the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass. Using the links in the description, please seek out a CTKS ambassador to get 80% off. And if you're in financial hardship, you can apply for the partial masterclass scholarship. The link is also in the description. I'll be reaching out to contact the shortlisted Ken Stanfield CTKS Partial Masterclass Scholarship awardee. Please keep your eyes on your emails if you have applied for the partial scholarship. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.